sure I miss your call.
Welcome back to another episode of Recovery Through Discovery. I'm your host, Jamaica J, and today we have a special guest. His name is Pernell Williams, but here at PV he goes by PJ. Welcome, PJ.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
I'm really happy to have you. It's my second show. Last week we had Kelsey on. It's a great show, so I'm excited to see what we talk about tonight and just the time that we have with each other.
All right.
How was your day? Let me start off with how was your day?
Man, my day was actually great. You know, did a lot of things. Of course, went to class.
Yeah.
Had auditions here. Feeling good. I feel like I did a good job. So, hey.
We just got done doing a casting call audition for a couple of friends who are doing short films, and it was different because it's like we never really did acting before. But that's the thing about branching out and doing what you desire to do, because you never know where it could go.
Right.
So the first question I have for you today is, I just want you to tell me about yourself, your passions, who is PJ, and what made him him.
It was a lot. I guess a lot of figuring myself out, you know, just a lot of alone time, looking into different things. I'm an artist. I make music. You know?
Oh, what kind?
I rap and I sing.
Okay, Maxwell.
My passions, of course, music, acting, and writing films as well. That's my passions that I've branched off to. So, me, who am I? I guess I'm a outgoing person. You know, I like to uplift others and just interact with everybody.
Who are some people you kind of look up to, either in the industry, other rappers, political figures?
Man, there's a few. It's a big group, if I'm being honest. But first person that influenced me was, of course, Michael Jackson, Chris Brown, Usher. Those were guys I looked up to and that I first started watching. You know, I watched them perform live and stuff like that. Michael, you know, I've always watched his videos and stuff like that. So that's
Jackson 5 or Michael Solo?
Both, actually.
Man, I love Jackson 5.
Jackson 5, they was doing their thing. Man.
Rock Robin. I love that song. What's your favorite song?
My favorite song from Jackson 5, I guess. Man, the first one that was like super catchy was ABC. I guess that one. It's so catchy. You know,
it is.
You can't get it out of your head.
Did you play Michael Jackson Experience?
I actually did.
I was a
Yes.
You couldn't tell me nothing in Dirty Diana. You couldn't tell me nothing. I was doing all of that. So a little bit about this show. Like, the foundation of my show is really to just discover who you are and essentially recover through all the traumas you've been through or anything like that, and just kind of just talk about it. So I want to know one thing, like, when was the moment that you discovered something about yourself that changed you for the best?
Man, that's hard. I'd say when I graduated. You know, when I graduated high school, that's when I really started figuring out who I was as a person, and you know, because it was a stage of growing up. You know, you're entering the world for real now. You're not, you know, things start to change. You're not just doing the same thing anymore.
Right.
It's just getting up, you know, eating breakfast, going to school, hanging out with your friends, going to classes, and for me, it was all about football, you know?
Football?
Yeah.
Interesting. Ooh, let me guess your position. Were you outside receiver?
Yes.
Yeah, I love guessing people's stuff. How did I know that? No. Okay, football.
Yeah.
And what did that look like for you? Because I'm sure it wasn't pretty.
No, man. I went through a lot actually with football. And it actually made me branch out and find more things I was interested into, because it was the only thing I was, cling to, the only thing I was really interested in. So, music kind of, it made me express myself, express everything I went through and stuff like that. Even though I may not talk about all of it in my music, it's still there. You know, it influences my writing and how I express my lyrics and stuff, you know, my tone and everything.
Right.
So yeah, that's like a big thing. But what made me was just like, disconnecting with like old friends and stuff like that.
Disconnecting with them.
Yes,
Oh,
it's
that's
because
real.
like it's real, like yeah. So like I lost contact with a lot of my old friends from high school and stuff. People stopped like talking to me. I may have stopped talking to them, but I was always that guy that was giving so much of
Oh,
my energy. So I kind of stepped back.
that's tiring.
Yeah, exactly.
That's tiring. And what did you
So,
like feel like in them? Did you feel like, ooh, I'm letting them down, or no, I need to do this?
no, I felt like I needed to do it because I was giving too much of myself, to others. So I had to just do me, find myself, And some came back, some of them didn't, So
Yeah.
it's cool, but it made me find myself and really helped me make decisions I really needed to make in my life in order to become who I am today. So,
Right.
yeah.
I'm gonna go off on a limb here and say, and correct me if I'm wrong, but
Okay.
do you feel like you were a people pleaser in a sense?
Yes.
Okay.
I
A
feel
people
like I was.
pleaser. And what advice would you have to anybody trying to get out of that, or who can't even recognize that they're a people pleaser?
Oh man. I'd say stop. It's pretty cliche, but stop thinking about others so much to where you forget what you need. You know? It's like a lot of people just worry about what people think about them. How basically, yeah, that's the biggest thing. What
Right.
people think about you, and you have to stop worrying about that because you start to attract the wrong people in your life when you try to please everybody. Just be yourself. And do what makes you happy instead of everybody else around you.
Right.
You know,
And energies are real, because what you put
huge.
out, what you attract.
Exactly.
It's like if you putting out that, like, how can you put it? It's a sense of like, I'm a saver, I'm a hero. So
Right.
broken people are gonna flock to you because they know you're
Exactly.
gonna save them.
Yep.
So it's like you have to rest in your peace,
Right.
in a sense. Have you had a rough time or easy time establishing your peace, or what does peace look like for you?
Man, that's
Didn't expect that,
I
huh?
didn't. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't. What does peace look like for me? Man, if it's pretty simple. Basically, if I'm doing anything that is making me truly happy, and I say truly happy because a lot of people say, "Oh, this makes me happy. This makes me happy," but in reality, it's not so much. You're thinking like that at the moment
Yeah.
because it's making you feel a certain type of way. But I feel like true happiness is something that you can do for like the rest of your life or for a long period of time and be satisfied with it. You know? But a lot of people seem to be happy in the moment and they think that they're just, truly happy and they're not. So I guess that's what peace is for me. Something that I'm doing that's truly making me happy.
Right.
So,
And what if what you do to make you happy doesn't bring you money to sustain life?
no, it can. But
Yeah,
it's
but
like, basically, it doesn't have to bring me money. It can be hanging around a group of genuine people. It can be inspiring somebody to do something or
right.
giving somebody advice. Helping others. That can that brings me happiness. I say, yeah, that's really
Same,
that's it
same.
right there.
I resonate with that, and that's why I have this show. But hey, we right after this commercial, we'll come back and hear more from PJ.
All right.
Welcome back, y'all. We're here with PJ. Hey, PJ.
That's right. Hey, how you doing?
So before the break, we were talking about peace and finding who you are and getting over people pleasing and things like that.
Right.
So how you feeling so far?
I'm feeling great.
Feeling good,
Still
relaxed?
happy to be here.
Yeah?
Just relaxing, doing my thing.
Good, good, good. I remember, what was it? You were talking about your music.
Right.
And I remember in class the other day, you were like, "Hey, I just dropped this. Listen to it." He had his whole this card that like immediately activated the link. And you just hold it up to the phone and just. So tell us about your album. What's going on?
Oh man, my album. I made it a while back. Yes. So right before we left for break, I finished up my album, wrapped it up, and I sent it out during that break, and it dropped before we got back to school. So Man, throughout that album, I was just fun fact, I wasn't even on like music when I got here to campus. I got back into it about a few weeks in. You know, I was more focused on my school and, like I said, football.
As you
And
should.
then I branched out. I was like, hey, I want to do music. I linked up with a guy who does he produces beats. He's my friend Nehemiah. So yeah.
Nemo?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
hey Nemo! We love Nemo. He's such
Yes,
a band head.
That's my dude.
That man has passion.
Yes, he does.
So he makes beats too.
He produced my whole album.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was that like combining with a friend?
It was awesome. We actually didn't know each other. We met through my friend. Her name is Joy. Y'all probably know her. So yeah. So yeah, they're dating, and so that's how I met them. That's how I met Nemo, and we just locked in on the music. I was like, hey man, you know, I write music. I'm an artist. I did a lot of projects before I got here. It was kind of just an in the lab thing behind the scenes, just recording at my house, and I
In the
have
lab.
all my music in my phone.
Right. Don't lose your phone.
Oh no,
It's
not at
gonna
all.
be sad.
Not at all.
So what are some common themes amongst your lyrics, or if you have any favorite lyrics, cite them.
Ooh,
Let me give you a beat.
man,
Just
you
playing.
give me a beat.
Just playing. But yeah, tell me.
Man, any favorite lyrics? I have a song called "Came From," and it kind of spoke to me. I didn't like it at first, if I'm being honest. But it says like, "Came from that bottom, they thought I was stuck." That right there is like, it was just talking about like my high school experience, how I just branched out and became myself, you know, and found who I was, like we were just talking about.
Right.
So yeah, it was just about like a lot of stuff. A lot of people thought I wasn't gonna do anything, like. You know, so yeah, just coming here.
Look at him now.
Yeah, look at me now, kind of doing my thing. Yeah, but it's like I'm humble as well though, like because I know like when you're doing something. It doesn't matter what you're doing; it can all be gone tomorrow.
Man.
You know? So that's like me being like humble. You know, just knowing that you know I'm blessed. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And with that, it's like the thing about it can be taken away just as fast. God gives just as much as he takes. And like when he gives you that, you can't have your head blown up so much that you forgot who gave it to you, you know?
Exactly.
A lot of people come up and they forget.
Yeah.
And they got to get humbled again.
That's right.
So it's really good that you keep that in mind when
Have to.
chasing your dreams.
Yeah.
That's really important. So on your album, do you talk about? Are you one of those rappers that like, F bitches get money, or what do you rap about?
I'm not. I don't really consider myself that type of artist.
No.
I talk about things that I've been through. I talk about things that I've seen. No, I haven't gotten into the whole being like a crazy lyric guy yet. But
What does that mean?
there's some bars. It's like certain guys, like they talk about some really like deep stuff.
Oh, okay, like
that you
J.
would
Cole?
never- yeah, like J. Cole. I haven't tapped into that side yet. I'd say that. I'm more of a, what is it? Who would I compare myself to? I don't really compare myself to anybody.
Don't say young boy.
No.
Hey, bud.
I'm from Louisiana. That's crazy.
You are?
So, yes. I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Okay.
So, yeah. But I don't know who to compare myself to. I say y'all have to go listen to me and see who y'all.
Tell them where to stream it.
Oh man, all platforms: Apple Music, Spotify, anything. A lot of y'all listen to what is it? It's music. Like it's the app is called Music. I'm on there as well. You search up JSO to the ones who waited. The number 2, THA, ones who waited, on all platforms. Go check that out.
Y'all check out PJ. Now, I have a kicker for you. Are you ready for this?
Okay.
Now, just hold on to your seat.
All right, I'm holding on.
I'm going to need you to be real honest with me. The ladies want to know.
Okay.
Because we always want to know men's perspective, or at least I do. Comment down below if you're a woman who like really wants to know more into the mind of men and how they think and their tactics.
Ooh, this is for the ladies, huh?
This is for the ladies. You ready? So, being a man in today's society, or the social climate, you got to sit up.
Yeah.
Does the modern woman I gotta look at it again. This is such a kick. I gotta look at it again.
Do your thing. Do your thing.
Does the modern woman threaten a man's masculinity?
Does a modern woman threaten a man's masculinity?
Yeah.
Basically, in today's time.
And you can speak for yourself or speak for all men if you would like to.
Man, I'm gonna speak for all men here, I guess, and for myself. I'd say, in certain ways, maybe, yes, but only. I'm gonna say, if you're stuck up, I hear this a lot.
Who's stuck up, the man or the woman?
The woman.
Okay.
Stuck up. Maybe, because a lot of guys, I'm going to give you an example. Say when a man comes up and he talks to you, he's trying to, approach you or say, hey, how's your day? I'm trying to get to know you. A lot of girls, or women, fear or may take things from their past, which is not wrong, And they may kind of block that guy out and say, oh, he just wants this, he wants that, So I say either that or there's nothing wrong with the independent woman.
Nothing.
Nothing wrong with the independent woman. But a lot of women, they take the independent woman thing and, take it to the extreme and feel like they don't need a man for anything at all, And it's a difference in needing and wanting a man. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of women, they take that and be like, I don't need a man for anything, or men are this or men are that, you know? And they kind of just make it seem like we're nothing, in a way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I say, and also, a lot of women in today's time, they take what they see on social media, and they go crazy with it. It's like,
when y'all mess up, the quotes be hitting at the right time. Facebook.
Do they?
I'm gonna call him up and leave him right now.
Right.
But that's real.
And I know, I've been through this as well. Some women in today's time may expect you to have it all.
Oh yeah, especially you young men too.
Yeah, young men. I'm talking 18 through all the way through your 20s, 25.
Yeah.
Cool. When you're in the phase of growing and getting everything that you need in order to be a man in today's society,
Right.
They may expect you to have it all, and if a guy can't give you certain things, you feel that he's not enough, or he's not doing exactly what you want him to do,
Right.
But it's that's where growth comes in. A lot of women say they want relationships but aren't willing to grow in the relationships, They
to
want
endure.
everything right there,
That's that instant gratification for you.
Yeah.
Look, man, I agree with a lot that you're saying. I thought I wouldn't at first. Maybe that's me being defensive.
I have nothing negative to say. It's just things I've been through or I know that some men go through.
That's real. That's real. I mean, as a woman, I feel like a lot of what PJ is saying is true, because we do kind of take that whole, I'm modern, I can do it all myself, I don't really need a man, the only thing he can do for me is give me a baby. But we have to understand the natural order of things. Men need women and women need men. We can't sit here and act like it's not true.
Right.
So do what you have to do to make one another comfortable, and make sure you don't compromise each other's strengths, because a man's strength lies in his masculinity and a woman's strength lies in her femininity. But we can't operate on different, on different scales. So, or try to outdo one another in a way. So, I wish we had more time, PJ. I could sit and talk about this all day. What about you?
All day.
All day.
Yeah.
But sadly, we don't have the time. But you come back next week and you can hear more on a different topic. Thank you for tuning in to Recovery Through Discovery. I'll have PJ's socials so you can find him and catch up with him wherever he is.
If you
Thanks for watching.
me the way around, I